Hello. Hi, friends. How are you? Hi. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, welcome in. Hello to everybody. I'm so happy that you're here today. I'm very excited because we're going to be doing a fun cosmology lesson, which I'm going to hide that for just a second until we're ready. But I'm really, really excited to have you all here. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Let me go through and say hi to people who have chatted already. Kiniki, hello. Thank you for the daily coffee. Grace, hello. Noobsy, hello. Evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Thanks, Noobsy. You too. Scarlett, hello. How are you? Nicole, thank you for the daily coffee. Grace, hi. Doing good here. Hope everyone's having a lovely evening. Keiki, hello. Thank you for the daily coffee. Kiniki, doing my best. Hope y'all are having a good weekend so far. Danny, thank you for the daily coffee. Orfav, thank you. Hello. How are you? Put you in my pocket to get ready for work, and your hello just scared the crap out of me. I'm so sorry, Noobsy. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. There's secrets downstairs. Oh my goodness, I don't want to know. Oh my goodness. And hello, Lucky. Thanks for the daily coffee. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm really excited. This is going to be a fun stream tonight. I am going to do some really quick lore facts about the Titans, and then I'm going to do a lore lesson on the World of Warcraft cosmology chart, which I'm very excited about that. I've actually have had this lesson for a while. And so I'm excited to actually get to like teach it to you guys and whatnot. And then after that, I'm going to actually play some Mists of Pandaria classic, because I'm excited to just go into like a little bit more simple questing. Like I'm currently questing in like Grizzly Hills, and I love that area, and I'm like, that just sounds so lovely. So anyway, hello to everybody and welcome in. Hello. Thank you guys for the subscribing and for saying hello and being in here and all that fun stuff. I hope you guys enjoy the lesson. Okay, let's see. I'm currently sitting in Stormwind in the Slaughtered Lamb. I'm just like chilling in here. If you guys want to come in here and hang out with me, you totally can. I saw that Nickel was in here at one point. We're on Moonguard, so it's fun to just see like, you know, the conversations going on around us, and we're just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna have my camera on rotating on my WoW camera tools. I'm just gonna have it rotating around, and you guys are welcome to come and join. You can come and hang out, but if you want to watch obviously the actual like slideshow and all that stuff, you're gonna have to watch it on stream. I won't have it in Discord, and I won't be in Discord either doing that. So okay, also Chelsea, hi, how are you? Henry, hello, how are you? Thank you guys for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, making sure everything is good to go. Double checking all of my stuff. Chelonian Skies. Hopefully I said your name right. Thanks for the daily coffee. Hope you're doing well. I think I have one more chapter to read today, and I'll be caught up on war crimes. Eee! I know that's coming up so soon. We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be having our book club meeting like the last Saturday of this month and talking about war crimes, which cannot wait. It's really good so far. Yes, I've really enjoyed it so far as well. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think I have all my stuff. G2G. I'm going to turn my alerts off for now while I teach. Prince, hi. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you. Maddie, hi. Welcome in. Okay, let's go ahead and do the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about my 5 quick lore facts on the Titans, and then we will get into our cosmology chart. So kind of like my plan and like what I want to do is I'm going to kind of start a series on 5 quick lore facts that you may not know about. And so I'm going to be not only doing this on stream at the beginning of each of my streams, but I will also be like doing a little series, through like my socials as well. So you guys are going to be the first ones to hear it. So, okay, here are 5 quick lore facts you may not know about the Titans in World of Warcraft. So the very first one is Azeroth itself is a Titan. So Azeroth is an unborn Titan. She is still in slumber. She is still sleeping. And so she is a world soul that is still in slumber, has not awakened yet. But they are saying that she is going to be the strongest, most powerful Titan ever to exist. So more powerful than Sargeras himself. The second one is the Titans called themselves a pantheon. So this is an elite group of Titans. And their purpose is to bring order to chaotic worlds and to search the cosmos for other world souls like themselves. The third one is Sargeras turned evil because he believed creation itself was a failure, and he was driven mad by the threat of the Void Lords that were corrupting world souls. So Sargeras concluded that the universe had to be destroyed to be saved, and he shattered the demon prison world of Mardum to create the Burning Legion. And then the fourth fact is Sargeras was once the greatest of the Titans, and before he became the Dark Titan, he created the Burning Legion. And Sargeras was the Pantheon's mightiest champion and their chosen defender against the demons of the Twisting Nether. And then my final fact is that the Well of Eternity was actually Azeroth's blood. And so it formed from a wound after the Titan Amon Thul ripped the old god Yashar out of Azeroth's crust. And the well was literally Azeroth's world soul lifeblood, which I did not know that one. So those are my Titan facts for today. I think it's important for us to know that Azeroth is a Titan. There's a Titan within the core of Azeroth that is still forming. And that has actually been like a lot of the main reasons that things are trying to constantly attack Azeroth and take it over and destroy it. So that has been a big motivator for, like the Burning Legion, the Old Gods, so many of those big, powerful, bad guys. So, okay. Those are my facts. I hope you enjoyed them. We're going to go ahead and get into the cosmology chart now, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna go into my little teaching mode. Oh, I love that I have friends. Oh, it looks like here we have Thalora, we have Keiki, and we have Nickel. You guys are so sweet to be here. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna keep this on like a rotation, and it's just gonna be kind of like a nice ambiance. And then while I have this on rotation, I am also going to be pulling up my charts, and I will have it ready to go. Let's get this out here and here. Okay. A little bit of background about me if you guys did not know this. I actually have a degree in elementary education. So before I took some time off to have my second child, I was actually a teacher. So I taught for 6 years elementary. So I have a teaching background. I have a love for teaching. And I figured, a great way for me to obviously do lore with you guys is to also teach it in a very basic, easy to understand way. I know there's lots of lore videos out there. I know that there's these topics that, especially the cosmology chart that I'm going to talk about, has already been covered. But I figured that this lesson would be nice for anybody who is a little bit of afraid to get into the lore because it's so extensive. Somebody who needs it really broken down and really talked about. And it's just also a way to really visualize it. So I'm going to be obviously using lots of pictures, and I've taken a lot of information and I've really like integrated it within itself. So then that way it's just, we're kind of referencing back to things and we're talking and discussing and whatnot. So, yeah, so I'm going to be going through this. If you guys have any questions about it, you're welcome to drop them in chat. And I will do my best to get to them when they are sent to me. But for sure, by the end of the discussion or the end of the lesson, I will be answering questions. So this is the cosmology of the World of Warcraft universe. A cosmology chart. So this is going to be... this explains the forces that really, drive and have created and influence our reality, our Azeroth. And so that's what this chart really dives into. You have 6 total forces that have influenced the entire World of Warcraft and how we perceive it and what has happened to it. And so you have light, which is up here, shadow, which is opposite, life, death, order, and disorder. Okay, so those are the 6 forces that influence our reality, influence the outside of our reality, everything. Okay, light is the opposite of shadow. So the cool thing about this chart is that they really were intentional on where things were, and they made sure that they designed it in a way that would, make sense in the game. Okay, so we know that light is the opposite of shadow or void. Disorder is the opposite of order, and life is the opposite of death. And so they purposely put them opposites of each other on this chart. You cannot have one without the other. It is a balance. And so in order for this entire reality universe to work, you have to have each of these forces. So we're going to talk about the very first cosmic forces. You have light and shadow. Okay, so they are the most fundamental forces in existence. They're very powerful. They cannot exist without the other. Pure light and shadow exist in a realm outside the borders of reality. Okay, so when you look at this chart, let me get rid of my little arrows. When you look at this chart, you have reality right here in the middle. Okay, that is where Azeroth is. You have realms that are within that reality in a sense. They're a bit on the outside, but they're within that reality. Your light and shadow exist on the outside of that reality. Your pure light and shadow. So pure light and shadow exist in a realm outside the borders of reality. So pure light and shadow cannot exist in reality, but shades of light and shadow are what we see and use in Azeroth. So light is used through holy magic, and shadow, also known as the void, is used through shadow magic. So when we're casting our spells, or when we're working with the light or shadow or anything like that, it is shades of the pure form of shadow and light. Okay, the other 2 cosmic forces we're going to talk about is life and death. Okay, so you have life and you have death. They touch all living things in the universe. So all living things in the universe are affected by them. Life is commonly known as nature magic, which promotes growth and renewal in all things. And death is commonly known as necromantic magic, which acts as a counterbalance to life. So again, these are forces that they both have to exist in order for there to be a balance. The art in this chart is very beautifully done. In the section of life, you have the trees, you have nature, and then of course you have the wild gods. And then when it comes to death, you have of course all the skulls, and then you have necromantic magic, and then the undead, which is going to be like your Shadowlands people. Okay. Next one is order and disorder. So these 2 forces govern the cosmic systems of the physical universe. Order in the reality is perceived as arcane magic. So your arcane magic is coming from the force of order. This type of energy is extremely powerful and requires intense precision and concentration to wield it. And disorder is known for its highly destructive nature, which reality knows as fel magic. This addictive magic is known to be fueled by drawing life from living things. So again, just very beautifully done. You have your order, right? You have your like capital system, you have your buildings, things like that. You have your arcane magic, and of course you have the titans. On the complete opposite end, you have disorder, which is, ruling, the taking of life, things like that. Magic that is within disorder is fel, and then of course you have the burning legion. Okay, so it's, again, just a really well thought out chart, and it does a really good job at showing how opposite these forces are. Okay, now we're going to kind of dig a little bit deeper into each force and talk about them. So the first one we're going to talk about is light. Okay, so light is the force that holy magics come from. The purest form of light cannot exist in the physical universe. Only shades of it can. But the light resides in every living being, which we've seen that a lot, like in our readings or like in the story or anything like that. You're always like talking about the light and the light within me and calling to the light and things like that. So the Naru were born from the fractured light that was the result of light and void clashing. So when the universe came to be, right, light was the first force, and it was the force that, danced around and put out all of its light and whatnot. But the light could only reach to a certain extent. So in the pockets where light was its weakest, that's where shadow void developed. And then once it, the shadow void became strong enough, they started to clash. It was all this like big bang, boom, everything. And all of a sudden, that's how the Warcraft universe was born. Okay. So from fractured light, right, from the result of the light and void clashing, that is where you get your Naru. Okay. And they're considered the purest form of light in the physical universe because, again, the purest form of light is on the outside of reality, on the borders. Only the shades of light is what we see in reality. So the Naru are the closest form of the purest of light in the physical universe. Priests and paladins often refer to the light and use holy magic. Even ones who call on a loon's powers is considered the light. It is just in shades of silver, which I thought was a really cool fact considering obviously druids and night elves very close to a loon's powers. It is considered the light, but it's just in like shades of silver. So it's just a little bit different. Okay, so shadow is the force that shadow and void magics come from. So of course, again, you have your outside of the borders of reality, you've got your shadow. Shadow, we call it shadow, void. They're essentially the same thing, right? So within it, you have your shadow void powers, you have the void lords, and then you have the old gods, okay? So you have two big beings that come from the void, okay? So the void lords are the true masters of the void, but they cannot easily manifest in our reality. To exert influence, they flung seeds of corruption into the cosmos, which are known as the old gods. So the void lords themselves can't just exist in Azeroth's reality, right? They can't just show up. And so when they wanted to, create or spread their shadow magic or their influence, they flung out the old gods, and those are who latched on, right? Like to Azeroth, okay? For example. The Void Lords and Old Gods are connected to the Shadow. The Old Gods have been cleansed from Azeroth, but their influence still lingers. Okay, so even though the Old Gods aren't necessarily around because they have been cleansed, their influence still lingers in, different, like the Twilight's Hammer, right? Twilight's Hammer still is about Shadow, Void, Old Gods, things like that. So that would be an example of their influencing still lingering. The only Void Lord to have physically manifest into the physical world was Dimensius, which we battled in the last expansion, right? He is now defeated once more, and according to Chris Metzen, he was the last Void Lord. So they're saying that Dimensius was the last Void Lord, so who knows what's going to end up happening, with Xalatath, right? And her consuming him into, you know, her I can't even think of the name of it. You guys probably remember, like I want to say her pendant, but it's not that. But you know, once we defeated Dimensius, she pretty much absorbed him into her. What is it called? The dark heart. Thank you. Her heart of darkness. I'm like her pendant. When she absorbed Dimensius into her dark heart artifact, and so he's, you know, his powers and stuff are in there. So the void believes in all possibilities and many paths can be taken, whereas light only believes in one true path, and that is of the light. What's been really neat about these last couple expansions, and obviously too with if you guys have read Blood Ties, which our book club has read Blood Ties, it really starts questioning, like, is one force, too much of one force, a bad thing? And we're kind of starting to see that, especially with the light and becoming, you know, light blind and going into these rages of not, like, light's the only way, light's the only path. Whereas the void does believe in multiple paths, any path to achieve what it wants. Okay, so we'll go into the next one. So this is disorder. Disorder is the force that fell magics come from. Demons manifested from disorder. The Burning Legion was created by the Titan Sargeras. No one knows exactly how many worlds the Burning Legion has destroyed. Okay, so of course that's been their thing. Sargeras saw how terrible the old gods were, and he pretty much figured that the universe was doomed to them. And so he believed that the only way to make it so that the old gods wouldn't take over everything is to pretty much destroy the universe himself with his Burning Legion. Okay, so that's where Sargeras comes in the Burning Legion. Fell magic wielded by warlocks and demon hunters is extremely destructive and addictive, created by burning life energies, souls to fuel chaotic, demonic magic. This is a spoiler for Blood Ties I'm about to say. So if you haven't read Blood Ties, you don't want a spoiler, you can click out of this and you can come back in like 2 minutes because it won't take me long to say it. I just wanted to give a warning because I know not everybody has read Blood Ties yet. So what I'm about to say is a spoiler for Blood Ties. I'll give you a second. Okay, here we go. Although the main leaders of the Burning Legion have fallen or been imprisoned, we know there are still demons out there trying to reform, right? So when we read Blood Ties, we came across a demon who was still trying to create chaos and essentially, you know, restart up a lot of the machines that were used in from the Burning Legion, and pretty much saying like you can't stop the Burning Legion and so forth. So even though their big leaders have fallen or been imprisoned or whatnot, there are still demons out there trying to cause chaos with the Burning Legion. Warlocks and demon hunters are known to use fell magic. Okay, so now we're going to talk about order. So order is the force that arcane magics come from. The Titans are tasked with protecting and awakening world souls. Azeroth's world soul is still in slumber, but we are seeing that it is in the process of waking up. So obviously, again, the last few expansions, we're really starting to see that Azeroth is like awakening. You hear, you know, her song, you hear like her message and her despair, and like, you know, we're trying to protect her and all this stuff. Again, she has not fully awakened yet, but they are predicting from the Titans and whatnot. They're saying that the world soul that is within Azeroth will be the strongest Titan to ever exist, even more powerful than Sargeras. So it's going to be a very powerful Titan. And that's why you had the old gods trying to corrupt, right? You had the Void Lords trying to corrupt. Void was trying to corrupt that world soul. The Titans are essentially the gods of the arcane, born from world souls within planets. They travel the cosmos to order worlds and seek out others of their kind. Arcane magic wielded by mages and Titan Forge. It is a cold, calculated, and intellectual power that manipulates key lines, time, and space. Arcane magic obviously reminds me a lot of Nickel because he plays a mage and he's all about that. I just saw I said Team Order. I remember I was having a conversation with Nickel, and Nickel was talking about how arcane is like such a powerful magic that it takes like years and years for a mage to even like be able to control it or master it. It takes a lot of concentration, precision. Not just anybody can do it. It's a very difficult power to control. So very, very strong power. Okay, we're going to move on to life. So life is the force that nature magics come from. Wild gods are primal manifestations of life and nature found on both Azeroth and other planets. Wild God, Ancient Guardian, Loa, and August Celestial are interchangeable when referring to great spirits aligned with nature, destined to Ardenweld, okay? Nature magic, primarily used by druids, hunters, and some shaman. It draws power from the Emerald Dream, wild gods, and growth to protect life and balance. So these are the wild gods, come from nature. They're very nature centered. And I thought it was really neat. When you hear wild god, ancient guardian, Loa, August Celestial, you are going to, those are essentially the wild gods, right? They're all part of that same piece of coming from nature. Okay, death. Death is the force that necromantic magics come from. The undead are also known as the pantheon of death and are located in the Shadowlands. So you have the Arbiter, the Jailer, the Primus, the Winter Queen, Sire Denathrius, and the Archon. This was added. Okay, so when they created Shadowlands, they retconned some of the like lore that was created before Shadowlands. Okay, so I feel like I'm not going to get into it because I think that deserves a completely Kinnicky, I see your stuff right now. Another time we'll discuss it. It's a whole thing. I'm personally right now just going off of what the Chronicle book is saying, right, with all this stuff. I know that there's other lore stuff that challenges some of the things that we're learning today. I understand. I completely understand that. I was also doing research. There are people who acknowledge it. There are people who don't acknowledge it. You do have Blizzard who is going in and changing some of the stuff, right? They had the lore of how the universe was created and the forces, and then they created Shadowlands. They released Shadowlands. They released that Grimoire of Shadowlands book that changed it. They got a lot of backlash, pushback from it. So now it's kind of changing again. Like they're kind of going in a different direction, saying that it was more like not fantasy, but like legend or, things like that. So it's going to be an interesting, especially after like the last Titan, because, that's going to be the last of the saga. And I'm just really curious of what they're going to continue to be like the canon lore, right? Okay. So we're not going to get further into it. We are just going to leave it at this. There will be a future lesson that we can have a discussion. We can even do like a Discord discussion. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. But yeah, it's this part and, the forces and everything in itself are going to be, it's still kind of like, there's going to be people who acknowledge it. There's people who don't, like they won't acknowledge Shadowlands, lore exactly as being canon. So anyway, we're going to keep going. Sorry, I went off a little bit on the side on that, but we'll keep going. All right, so you have the undead, introduced primarily in the Shadowlands expansion. These beings rule the realms of the afterlife and are the titans of death. Okay, so you have, the Winter Queen and the ones that I had said previously. Necromantic magic, developed by the Primus. This is the magic of the Shadowlands. It is used by necromancers and death knights to raise undead, manipulate souls, and create decay. So now we're going to move on to talking about the elements. So before we were talking about the forces, and now we're going to be talking about the elements that come from these forces or influenced by these forces. So there are a total of 6 elements within the universe. You have fire, air, earth, water, spirit, and decay. So Dave Kosak, the creator of the cosmology chart, said that spirit and water, which are right here, are associated with healing in the game. So it's neat that they're connected with, nature, like healing, growth, things like that. You have spirit and fire, fits Paladin's holy retribution. You have fire and air, which is associated with the Legion, who invades planets as balls of fire from the sky. Legion corrupted beings like Illidan are granted wings, which he thought was kind of cool. And then the Titans are associated with earth and water. After all, they build planets. It was actually like a really cool, I read this piece. It was like a 20th anniversary, like looking back on this when they created this chart. And I should have posted it in Discord, but anyway, and he was talking about it, and the way that the chart came to be, it was just a really cool way to see how everything connects to each other. And there's like a reason why these things are placed where they are, and just really, really neat. So those are the elements. And we're gonna dive a little bit more into elements a little bit later on, but now we're gonna talk about the reality and the realms. Okay, so now we're like at the core of this chart. So Azeroth lives in reality along with a few other planets. So you have Draenor, Outland, Argus, Koresh, and Nathreza. Okay, so all in reality. And then you have the Emerald Dream and you have the Shadowlands. So the Emerald Dream is primarily spiritual versus physical. It represents what Azeroth could be. So think of it as like a copy of Azeroth, but in spirit version. The Emerald Dream can be changed for a limited time, but will always revert back to its original state, unlike Azeroth. So if something is like affected in Emerald Dream, it will eventually go back to the way it was before. Shadowlands is considered the place where all things go after they have died. It funnels these spirits into the different parts of the Shadowlands depending on what they were in life. This part of the lore was actually written in for the Shadowlands expansion and has made some other lore non-canon. However, this lore is still being debated on if it is canon or not. So again, we've had this discussion. It'll be something we'll have to discuss in like a separate thing, because it's like a whole thing. And I was doing research on it, and I was reading Reddit posts, and I was, trying to see what people, what's canon, but what has come from the Shadowlands expansion is considered canon, but they are kind of writing some things off. It's complex. It's a whole thing, like I said. So again, future conversation. All right, so where are we in all of this? Okay, so still talking about reality and realms, but where are we in all this? So we're actually in the center, and it's called reality, or known as the Great Dark Beyond. Okay, so you've probably heard that reference before, but it is known as the Great Dark Beyond. So the Great Dark Beyond is described as the physical universe. It is composed of stars, worlds, and mortal civilizations. Its counterpart or opposite is the astral plane, the Twisting Nether. So the Twisting Nether is its complete opposite. The Twisting Nether is pure chaos, right? It is nothing. It is the complete opposite of Azeroth. It's chaotic. It's where demons come from, things like that. The physical universe is governed by the forces of order and disorder. The forces of life and death hold sway over every living thing on it. Light and shadow exist outside the borders of reality, but shades of each are found in reality. The elements serve as the basic building blocks of all matter in the Great Dark. So let's go ahead and talk about the elements. Okay, so you have fire, air, earth, and water. They serve as the basic building blocks of all matter in the physical universe. Shamanic cultures have for many years lived in peace and harmony with the elements. The two primordial forces that can influence the elements is actually spirit and decay. I didn't know this, I learned this, but elements on their own, right, can go into chaos, complete chaos, and just be destructive. So you have these two forces. You have spirit, which calms elements, right? So the spirit is used to calm the elements, work with the elements, be with the elements. And then you have decay, which actually like enslaves the elements, angers the elements, right? So it's like the opposite of, so spirit and decay are essentially opposites. And so I didn't know that before, and I thought that was a really cool thing to learn. So spirit, which has been referred to by shamans as the fifth element, and chi by monks, is used to bring balance. And decay is used to subjugate and weaponize the elements forcefully, which angers the elements and is a no-no in shamanic cultures who want to live in peace with the elements. When we read our Jaina Proudmoore book, we saw, Garrosh and his shamans, pretty essentially using decay, right? Using powers to weaponize and, forcefully enslave the elements to do their bidding, even though they didn't want to. And they were, Thrall and Bane, they were very worried that they were going to go back into a second cataclysm because of it, because, angering the elements is going to cause a lot of destruction. Okay. So again, connecting those things. So then we're going to talk a little bit about elemental duality. So many shamanic cultures have discovered that elements can influence a variety of emotional states. That means the elements themselves are often associated with different feelings, both positive and negative. So these traits define the elemental spirits. The presence of the fifth element, spirit, often calms this chaotic duality, making elements more passive. And so these are going to be your positive and negatives in the elemental duality. So fire represents passion, which is positive, but it represents fury, which is negative. Earth represents stability, which is positive, and stubbornness, which is negative. Air represents cunning, positive, and madness, negative. Water represents tranquility, positive, and indecisiveness, negative. Decay represents efficiency, positive, and ruthlessness, negative. Spirit represents bravery, positive, and inexperienced, which is negative. So you have these elemental dualities within these elements that, again, is a balance, like a yin and yang, right? They balance each other. So some takeaways that I want us to have, we're at the end of our lesson, is that light is the opposite of shadow, disorder is the opposite of order, and life is the opposite of death. These forces cannot exist without the other. It is a balance. So if one does not exist to counterbalance the other, the entire universe would be thrown into chaos. Azeroth exists in the great dark beyond, along with some other planets and stars. There are two spirit worlds that we know of, the Emerald Dream and the Shadowlands. The elements are the building blocks to the physical world. Everything in the Warcraft universe is influenced by these forces, and the lore is never really finished being written. So again, it's really important to know that the lore is always being written. It won't end because, we love this Warcraft universe and we don't want it to end anyway. But learning these bases and getting an understanding of, the bases of this lore is going to help a lot with future expansions. So that is my presentation. I hope you guys liked it. In the next lesson, we will be learning about the realms of existence and the denizens of the cosmos, which I'm excited about that one. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, make sure to drop a like and a share. And if you want to continue to learn Warcraft lore, make sure to subscribe. Thank you to all of my subscribers and supporters. It means the world, and I appreciate all of you who help all the help that you guys give me, and you guys hang out with me, and you guys are amazing. Of course, remember to stay cozy and keep reading, and I will see you in the next one. Yay! Thank you guys for letting me do that. I hope you guys liked it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know you have questions. I know that people were typing. So let's go ahead and go through some of those, because I would like to do that. And then that way we can continue our discussion. So, Kinnicky, what the heck? Kinnicky, and I forgot to turn my little alerts back on. Thank you so much, friend. That was so sweet of you. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. All the vibes, all the W's in chat for Kaneki. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are so sweet. Thank you for doing that. 10 gifted subs. That was really sweet of you. I meant to do that on your anniversary celebration, but I couldn't make it. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Kaneki. That was very, very sweet of you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Also, thank you guys all for the follows, and I just have to say we reached 700 friends on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the follows and the support and everything. I am so happy that we have met our 700 friend milestone. So yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. I think my alerts are a little bit behind, but thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh, Keiki, thank you for the community sub. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you guys for the hype train. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. I'm so glad. Thank you for the follows, friends. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we completed level 3 hype train. Oh my gosh, we're on a level 4. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go back and look at our comments because I want you guys to be able to talk to you guys about what you discussed and everything like that. So, oh, Morgan, oh my gosh, thank you for the resub at tier 1. Oh my gosh, Morgan, I am so excited to hear about your event that you went to, DreamHack. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, to hear all about it. Oh no, wait, there means a 3-way tie right now between Aaron, Ace, and Kaneki. Oh my gosh. Yes, there is. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. What the You guys, thank you so much. Botanical, you are so sweet. Thank you so much for the 4 tier 1 subs. And for completing level 4 hype train. Literally, girl, you are the sweetest. Oh, can I please get a shout out for Morgan? Can I please get a shout out for Botanical? You guys are so incredible. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy that you're here. And Botanical, thank you. Thank you, Kaneki. Thank you, Botanical. Thank you, Keiki. Thank you guys for the subs. Oh, and GFO. Let's give GFO a shout out too. We love GFO. We have such amazing streamers and content creators in here with us. And thank you guys so much. So sweet. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Choo choo video at 700 hype. Thank you so much. You were so sweet. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Okay, let's go through. I'm gonna go through the messages that you guys were sending during the Noobsy. Noobsy, thank you for the 500 biddies. Thank you so much. You guys are literally so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Level 5 hype train. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Please make sure you let me know what you guys think and feel about the lesson. I'm gonna go through the messages, but if you guys want to leave any extra like feedback, comments, what you liked, is this something that you want to see more of? Did you learn anything? Please make sure to drop those as well. I kind of went back up in chat for a minute. I'm going to go through the comments that were said during the lesson so we can talk about them a little bit and go from there. So, okay. The role playing happening right outside the inn is sending me. See, this is why it's fun to hang out here in Moonguard in the inn. It's perfect because you get to see, it's like a show. It's like a double show. All right, I definitely am a subscriber to the theory that Titans are the bad guys and Shadowlands being not true death, but rather order/Titan controlled so they can control all of our existence. Very Elden Ring of them. I like it. Kaneki, I know you're a huge fan of Shadowlands. Yeah, I feel like they are retconning it back. We're going to just have to see, like, as more time goes on, what they end up, doing and whatnot. So... a little birdie told me the lead historian will be at BlizzCon, so if you have some good lore questions, you should save them and ask the brains of the operations. Keiki, that is amazing. And we're going to make like a little channel or something in the Discord. I want you guys to drop lore questions in it. And when we go to BlizzCon, I will have them with me. And if I have an opportunity to ask any of them to this person, I'm going to do it. And then I will report back to you guys what I learned. They're going to be so bombarded. Oh, yeah, they are. Hi, Lore Bites. How are you? Also, thank you for the follow, Lore Bites. And thank you for the sub as well, your Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Truly, at the end of the day, the canon lore will all depend on which writers they decide to keep on their payroll. You know, and it kind of is just that way, right? I think again, it just depends. Yeah, who's currently writing, you know, who's like, which lore direction they want to go, what's being pushed back on. I think that's a huge influence too. So we'll just have to see. Mahhkie, this is a very thorough and nicely laid out presentation, by the way. Thank you for putting this together. Oh, of course. Thank you, Kinnicky. It's so sweet. They're missing out. You don't have to like Shadowlands, but it's going to play heavily into the World Soul Saga. Yeah, and I think, again, that's why I'm very interested. I want to make sure that I have everything in order on like what is like canon and what we need to look at to see what is influencing, you know, each one. So Shadowlands, my beloved. I never thought of Nathreza being in reality. I thought it was in the Twisting Nether. I had read it was in the reality, but I will double check that. I know that it was something that when we were reading Illidan, that Illidan had came across, right? That was the planet he was like looking for, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, and that wasn't the planet he was looking for, but I can double check that lore. That's the, you know, but that's what I had read, but we'll double check it. I think Shadowlands being so close to reality actually makes the theory of it being controlled by the Titans as more viable. Space travel when? That would be fun. I guess it's kind of Draenei related. Yeah, because the Draenei, yeah, exactly. Their original planet, all that stuff. Is decay related to undead or a separate thing? Decay, that's a really good question. I would say decay is related to death, with the undead in the death section of the of that chart. Probably going back and looking at it, it probably, I want to say, I wonder if it's, let me grab it really quick. Yeah, so looking back at the chart, and let me pull it back up for you guys really quick so that you can just see it. So looking back at this chart, decay sits right here, and it is within that death, undead, necromantic force area. So yes, decay is connected to death, necromantic, undead. And so again, and as you can see in the chart, spirit and decay are opposites of each other, which makes sense considering, you know, spirit, you know, influences the elements to be at peace, and decay enslaves the elements and causes them to go into chaos. So, okay. Azeroth's world soul consumed the spirit. That's why the elements war with each other. Whereas on Draenor, they're in harmony. Okay. So much lore. There's so many pieces to it. I learned so much. Big brain Mahhkie breaking it down for us lore newbies. I'm so glad, Botanical. I hope you learned some good stuff from it. This was so well done, Mahhkie. I love the format. Thank you, Noobsy. I'm glad you loved it. Hooray, blessing things, Lady of Lore. Thank you, Nickel. Thank you, Shellen Skies. Thank you. And then we had all of our stuff. That was very informative. Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Okay, I think I caught up essentially on the comments during our during the lesson. Okay. I have to get through and finish my plan for the next lore raid. It would be great one to follow up on your lesson. Ooh. Oh wait, which one was that, Kinnicky? Super hyped for that. Yay! I'm right at eye for Shadowlands. Don't at me. great. Listen, I mean, this as the highest compliment feels like a college lecture. Oh, thanks you, Laura. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Lore Bites. Thank you so much. Historian Laura does what he does for the fans. I'm sure he'll welcome anything you bring at him. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Theo, finally caught up with chat. Oh, and then we also had a cute emote. Oh my gosh. We got this little like emu load. That's so cute. I'm gonna go clock in. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for the mat. So good. So good. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Noopsy. You have a great rest of your night. Sleep well, friend. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm excited to create the next one. Again, Lee, if you have any questions or comments, leave it there. Oh, I was going to look up really quick. I wanted to look up that, let's see if I can find. So according to this Warcraft lore, Nithrazim are not demons, but were simply classified as such previously due to their association with the Legion. I'd seen something. Oh no, those are the two possibilities. Sorry, that's two possibilities that they thought could be it. Either they are not demons or they are demons. I don't know. The Nathrezim are, because they're the Dreadlords, right? So we, before Sire Denathrius and all that stuff, we kind of knew them, more as like demons. But I know with that, they like infiltrated the Burning Legion as Dreadlords, but they were working for Sire Denathrius. Sorry, I'm just doing some reading. They have been working with the Legion for a long time and have been ingrained in Legion conflicts from early on. Yeah, wasn't it that Denathrius like sent them in to like pretty much like influence and infiltrate the Burning Legion? Wasn't that like their purpose? His dirty little fingers and all the pie. Let me grab my Chronicle book really quick too. I'm trying to remember where I got that piece of info. Nathreza was the Dreadlord Legion base where they kept huge archives. Is it Lore Bites? Isn't it also ow, I just shocked myself. Isn't that also my whole computer's freaking out. Isn't that also Illidan? Yeah, that's the planet. Okay, Illidan sacked their base and obliterated the planet. Okay, that's right. Okay. Hold on. Let me grab my Chronicle book really quick. I think it's just right over here. Okay. It's where he got the location of the Sargret Keystone on Mardoom. That part's from the Illidan novel, and we see a bit of it in the Illidari Harbinger shirt from Legion. Ooh. Well, one thing that I want to make sure that we clear up is Nathrezim. Is Nathrezim located in reality or in the Twisting Nether? Because if I need to go back and fix that, I want to do that. I don't want to stray anyone in the wrong direction. Oh, Nathreza, sorry. Nathreza is what I meant to ask, not Nathrezim. Silly me. Nathreza. Oh, nope. It exists in the Twisting Nether. I don't know why I threw that one in there. I swore I read something like with it, but okay, so we're gonna have to go back. I'll have to fix that. It's within the Twisting Nether. Central Library for Nathrezim, Dreadlords. Its lore features a few key details. Right before the invasion of Atlan, Illidan Stormrage and the Illidari invaded Nathreza to steal the seal of Argus. Upon leaving, Illidan collapsed his portal, causing a cataclysmic explosion that largely shattered and blew the planet apart. Okay, so it's in... Yeah, Nathreza was the planet. We assume they're outposts in the Nether from when they infiltrated the Legion. Yes. Yeah, I kept saying Nathrezim, but I meant Nathreza. I was saying the race. Okay, I'll make sure to make that note in my when I make my video. I'll drop a little like text that's like, just kidding. Nathreza is not in reality, okay? Don't listen. Okay. Worlds in reality can be dragged from reality into the Nether like Outland and Argus. Okay. Can we go there? Is that a visible place? No, I don't believe it's been something that we've been able to go to. And I'm pretty sure most of it's like destroyed. It probably is like not inhabitable anymore. Oh, not in the current space? Oh. Ace, thank you so much for 12-month resub. Oh my gosh, Prime, thank you so much. Thank you, Denku. Can't believe it's been 12 months. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. Gotta wait for Denathrius to return with Nathrezim. Surely we'll go to Nathreza then. A giant evil library? I want to go there. Do you guys think he's gonna return in The Last Titan? Do you think that'll happen in The Last Titan? That'd be very interesting. I do like the idea of a giant evil library. I do love that. Okay. Exit out of that. The closest we get to visiting it is in the Antorus raid with the portal boss. You're getting 2 worlds in 1207 that we visit for void incursions strikes, but those are still just small explorable portions of the worlds. Oh, that's cool, Keiki. I didn't know that. I'm waiting for Iridikron to come kill the Titans. How do you say his name? I feel like I've done this before. I can't say that dude's name without saying it. Did I say it right? Is it Iridikron? Iridikron. 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 I always say dick in the middle. Iridikron. I always want to say dick in the middle. I feel bad. Just ignore me. It's like flashing back to when I Iridikron. Thank you. Iridikron. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Sid. Iridikron. I always want to say it as the way I want to say it, the way my brain wants to say it is Iridikron. That's how I want to say it. Iridikron. We got your back. You guys have to. You know this from the very first field trip. You guys know that my sounding out at times. That's a true end game. Jaina being revealed as a Dreadlord. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, moly, moly. Okay, let's see. Where are we? I'm going to go to my live. There we go. Oh, okay. Nathrazine? Oh, what am I saying? Oh my gosh. Is this Palea? Yeah, this is Palea. We just fight a lot. Nathrazine. You guys know what I'm saying. It's like tomato. Come on. Kinda. All right. Just go with it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know what Kinnicky, I don't know what that one is. I know what you're saying, and there's so many names in this game to keep track of. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm proud of myself. I feel like I get a good chunk, like 80%. I would say like 80% of the time I pronounce a name correctly. But there's like that 20%, I just can't. And I won't, and I'll try my hardest, but Mahhkie say Tom, Tom Bombadil? Oh, I gotta hear him in the cutscene a couple times first. I gotta hear him like forever. My brain is not gonna. That one poor character is just gonna have, you know, dick thrown in the middle of his name all the time by me. Why are you Toy Trigger so mean? It's because of my brother. Callback from when you open packs. LOL. Yeah, I know. And I had to say the names of the cards and I struggled then. My theory is that they have a bag of Scrabble tiles they shake up and grab. Yeah, no, pretty much. You know what? I bring good vibes and I'm nice. So that makes up for it. Okay. That makes up for it. You guys know what I'm saying anyway. It's fine. I like the Mahhkie pronunciation better, to be honest. Thanks, Botanical. Yeah, when you come hang out with me and learn lessons from me, it's my pronunciation, okay? That's all that matters, honestly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Yay! Well, that took about an hour. That's perfect. So now the last hour, I'm going to go play some Mists of Pandaria. classic, which I'm really excited about. So thank you to my friends who stayed here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Nickel. Thank you, Thalora. I appreciate you guys so much. Give you guys huggies and thank yous. You guys are so sweet to hang out with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed like the background of all of this at the same time. All right. Hold on. Gotta log into my next one. I'm thinking I gotta do that too at some point after reading War Crimes. Also, reading War Crimes made me realize Bane Bloodhoof is hot, just FYI. I love it. I feel like you feel like a lot of, you know, characters are hot. I feel like you like a lot of characters. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. All right, let's see. Sorry, it might be a little bit loud too. I'll turn it down. Window to apply. Okay. There we go. Audio. Turn it down a little bit so you guys don't. Get your eardrums blown out. I do, it's true. Mostly the old men. Oh, I love it so much. Everyone in the game is beautiful, LOL. But especially the old men. Dadgar. I love it. So Bane is real beefcake? Yeah, exactly. Bane's the real beefcake. Let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know, let me know. Hi, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. All right. What's the name for Worgen Subtlety Rogue? Ooh, what is it? A subwoofer. It's funny, Jester. I like that. All right, let's do. Let's do some classic Miss of Pandaria. Okay, everything looks fine. Tell me if the music is too loud. This is Darzi, my paladin. I haven't played her in a minute, but she's currently sitting in Grizzly Hills questing, and I was like, this is amazing, and this is what I want to play, so. Do you want to configure your settings now? No. Okay. What do you call Tauren that fell off of Thunder Bluff? Ground beef? I love it. Ooh, some of these add-ons are making my game a little laggy. We don't need you. Keep you. We don't need you right now. We don't need you right now. We don't need you right now. Probably don't need you right now either. Let's just go with those. There's a lot of stuff that happens in War Crimes that references Miss of Pandaria, so I think it helps to play through it. That's kind of part of the reason, too, why I'm doing it, is because I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice to, like, do this while we're reading War Crimes. So that is what I thought. All right, we're going to go over here. It looks like, possibly. Maybe. How do I get up there? Oh, look. Got an elemental. Go around this way. Maybe grab this quest too that's chilling right here, because why not? Alright, let's see. To the east, the giants run. Rune-inscribed stone giants have started to migrate north toward Frostblade Peak. I know nothing of their goals, nor of their destination. The glowing runes inscribed in the stone flesh of the giants guide them on their journey. Fell some of these giants. Take the pick with you and use it on the corpses of the ruined stone giants. It will deactivate the runes. Once you've tested enough giants, return to me with your findings. Okay. I can do that. Cole, hi friend. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the daily coffee. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go down to this one. This area is like one of my absolute favorites in the entire game. The fact that Northrend is getting a revamp, I can't wait. I love Northrend, and this area, Grizzly Hills, like, love it so much. They can't touch the music though. If they touch the music, I will have a BF. I will completely freak out if they touch or change or do anything to the music. I think I assume in the last Titan, right? Or is it at the end of this expansion? But they are revamping Northrend. All right, what do we got? What do we have to do here? Ruined stone corpses analyzed. Let's go over here.
I'm out of range.
I think it'll be revamped in Last Titan. That's what I figure. Sorry. If Northrend is anything like Silvermoon, Eversong, Zul'Aman, it will be stoked. Yeah, no, agreed. If it's anything like those, it'll be great. And I really just want the Thalista's Orgrimmar beautification project to move forward truly though. Really though. I feel like I need something. Okay, yeah, take this pick with you and use it on the corpses. Oh. So I have to, okay, I have to fight him.
Need to get closer.
Okay. Of a ruined stone giant. Was I not supposed to? Was I not supposed to kill it? Whoopsies. Oh man, questing so much harder than retail. The runes on the corpse of a ruined stone giant. Yeah, you're a corpse. That's really weird. Oh, you're playing a paladin? Yes, I have the Blood Elf Paladin is who I play. That's who I have as like my highest level character in Miss Pandaria Classic. I've had her since I can't remember which one I made her in, like which classic expansion, and I've just like moved her up every time. Gotta head out. Great stream. Have fun and have a good night. Thank you, Lore Bites. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out and watching the lesson and discussing. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm sure we'll talk soon. Oh, are you who I need? No, it's a rune stone giant. I don't... Okay, let's go over here. Let's do this one. We'll try it on one that is not dead. And we'll see if it works. Oh, it's different. That other one is like... Okay, so this one I need to actually fight. It's hostile. Oh, I have my... I need to bring these down. I need to bring these down. Okay, perfect. It says those ones, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll go find another like hostile one. Because it worked with... I hope they continue to just revamp everything. I still have no idea what their plans are after the last Titan. I don't know what they're gonna, like, where we're gonna go, like what we're gonna do. It'll be really interesting to see. You know, obviously they're gonna continue World of Warcraft. They're not gonna like stop it after that expansion. Maybe that's when we'll like start visiting space and stuff, like more areas like outside of Azeroth. Like they'll finish up everything on Azeroth and then everything in the future will be like focused on like other planets. I'm hoping more stuff that remakes the old world like they did with Elwyn and Zul'Aman. Yeah. That'd actually be so cool. Yeah. Well, because when they presented the World Saga, they were like, we're wrapping everything up pretty much. Like we're like ending this or whatever kind of thing. And of course people are like, what's gonna happen? But I mean, obviously World of Warcraft's gonna still go on, but like I am curious like what what we're gonna do. Like, you know, if we're not gonna have problems on Azeroth anymore. Imagine modern versions of Stormwind and Orgrimmar like they did with Silvermoon. I mean, that would be incredible. I feel like you would still have like, you know, quite a bit to do like for expansions and stuff by like redoing those things. But I guess you would have to make, you know, things happening or issues like during that, you know, like for people to be doing things around there. I hope they give us some previews at BlizzCon for the last Titan. I crave that group energy. Yeah, no, I'm sure they will. I'm sure it will be like they'll give like a big old cinematic and updates on the last Titan and maybe even a little bit on what's going to come after. So I know there's rumors that End of World Saga would lead into a WoW 2, but I think people would honestly hate that. But I don't, yeah, but and if they do like a Warcraft, like a World of Warcraft 2, like what would that consist of? Like what would that be? So Blazins, hi friend, how are you? How are you? How are you? I'm glad you stopped in. We're already in like WoW 3 at this point. WoW 2 is Legion, Dragonflight. Yeah, pretty much, huh? That would be wild though if they were like, all right, we ended World of Warcraft. Here's World of Warcraft 2. It's like, oh my gosh. The hell? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm good. Good, good. Thanks for asking. I'm good. I just decided to do some Miss of Pandaria questing. Well, not. It's technically, you know, Wrath of the Lich King. I'm in, like, you know, I'm not in Miss of Pandaria area, but I should sign up for some dungeons too. But I'm a little confused by these. Oof. It would be horrible to start a WoW 2 though, because how do they handle everyone's massive collections? I'm not starting over again. No. I don't think they would ever do that, especially with player housing. Like just releasing player housing, there's no way. I haven't seen someone in Howling Forge in retail for as long as I can remember. Yeah, I'm technically in Classic. I'm in Miss of Pandaria Classic. Plus probably a price restructure, more micro purchases and all that. So really not a good idea, but stakeholders are out of touch. So who knows what they'll decide to do. Yeah, true. You never know, I guess, huh? I feel like any kind of big graphics update is what is meant for WoW 2 would be like when they zoom in on SpongeBob characters and you see the flaws that makes them feel icky. You know, that's kind of a good point, because maybe like the revamping of these different zones is like them shifting into like a more updated, realistic looking, like, you know, not realistic looking, but a more updated graphics for like a lot of areas that are, you know, classic areas that people love. And oh, I wish I knew what they wanted with these. Blazins, I just decided to play some because I was like, this sounds very relaxing. So plus we're reading War Crimes, and it all like relates, like War Crimes happens within all, like, you know what I mean? Well, after Miss of Pandaria, but and then on June 2nd, they're coming out with like the next update for like the next big patch for Miss of Pandaria. So I swear Twitch hates me. I've been trying to chat for 20 minutes, but the app on my phone is dumb. Anyway, after TLT, we should have housing on the moon. Oh, I agree. And how are you, Threads? I'm sorry it took you like a hot minute to get into chat. I know sometimes it can get kind of finicky. People are in Howling Forge retail all the time. Gotta farm the blue proto Jake. LOL. Bloom, how are you, friend? Thanks for the daily coffee. It's the second stream it's done that to me. Twitch doesn't want me to talk. Oh, I'm sorry. I know my friend Affy, like it happens to her every so often. She's like, I don't know what is going on. The problem nowadays is that all these companies are trying to figure out what the new way is to make even more money. The obscure amount of money they already made is, and the people who are making those business decisions are out of touch with what the player base wants, and usually are not even gamers themselves. So I don't trust that they'll make the decision that makes sense. LOL. Yeah, I think it's like a 50-50 chance. I do believe Blizzard, after they, you know, got rid of a lot of toxic people and whatnot, have done a better job of like listening to the player base. We've seen with like housing, I feel like housing was very much listened to, except for obviously like the store, like the real money purchases. But I knew that was gonna happen, and I knew they were gonna keep some of the absolute cutest designs and like most sought after designs behind a paywall. Like, I'm not surprised at all. But I do think it's like a 50-50 chance on like what will end up happening. But I do think so far Midnight has been good. I really like the story a lot. I got burnt out a bit playing it, so I have kind of gone back, like stepped away a bit from it. There is too much to do right now, and I know a lot of people are overwhelmed by that. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But I do though agree, Kinnicky, on that they are shareholders and stuff that literally don't get it. And they just want the bottom line number, and they just want what's gonna pay them. And yeah, they're gonna go ways that are gonna be like, here's my, what's gonna make me money, kind of thing. So I'll be happy as long as they continue to give Xal'atath a compelling story. You know, yeah, I really do hope her, like, you know, big lore reveal, like her big story reveal is good. And like what she's been planning all along, and like who she really is and where she like comes from and stuff is going to be like a good reveal. I hope so too. I've overall been loving it, but yeah, I felt the same. I got, wow, that like spider web just saved my life. I got overwhelmed with all the stuff they were dropping recently. I'd rather have more story. Yeah, same. I need her to not be a flat villain. That Mother's Day post was interesting. Oh yeah, because she was in it. I thought the same thing too. I was like, what are you talking about? Xal'atath mommy? What are you talking about? Yeah, it's, I think it will be fine. Like it will be a good storyline. But there's always that like fear, you know, you don't want it to flop or not be good. I was like, mommy? Yeah, when I saw that too, I was like, are we missing something? Like, did I miss something in the story, or did I? But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe she's a mommy. I'm a mom. I'm a mommy. Mamacita. Liadrin was also in the post though, and I don't think she's a mom either. She is matron of the Blood Knights and has an adopted daughter. Oh. Who is her adopted daughter? Oh, okay. Salandria. Oh, that's neat. I did not know that about her. That's a really cool fact. You know what would have been really cool post is if they kind of explained a little bit, you know, their mommy status, maybe, you know. That might have been that could have been cool. Oh no, I pulled a pad. Jump turkey. She's helping bolster the Sunwell. Yeah, you know what I need to finish? I need to go finish all the little side quests too. I need to finish that. I also need to finish my meta achievement, which I was really frustrated. I was really frustrated about the meta achievement because those Hairneer quests, the weekly ones, right? Got them done, did them all. And of course I missed some of the like little artifact readings on a few of them. Just like, you know, didn't do some of them. Well, they're like locked. Like you can't, I don't know if they've changed it in a patch recently. I need to look. But if you didn't go and if you didn't get those while you were doing those weekly like artifacts stuff, you can't go back and redo it. So it's like I'm locked behind that, and a lot of people are, and they're very frustrated. They're like, you can't make this a meta achievement if like you're punished for not, because like I didn't know that those two achievements were connected to each other. Otherwise I would have made sure that I was collecting like every single reading. So I don't know. No, I haven't gotten my mount yet. And then the other thing, which I haven't gone and checked in a while, is that one like achievement, or that one treasure that's a part of the big like treasure achievement in Zul'Aman. I can't get because I can't get the last yearn to show up for me, so that I can get that treasure, the treasure that drops like the bear mount or whatever. I can't get that one either on Mandel. Like, it doesn't show up for her, and I haven't tried it on an alt. So they were all mothers except for Zalatath. Liadrin is a matron or matriarch of the Blood Knights. Forget which one. Mother. Zalatath, Illyria, an actual mom. Alexstrasza, mother of the dragons, and I think she's a mom. The Heronir elder. I've had to go back with my army vaults to complete that. I'm still trying to finish up the last blessing. Oh my gosh, Keiki, I haven't even touched those either. I haven't even done the blessings. Ugh. Yeah, I still have to do all that. Zalatath is an odd person. Yeah, she's like the different one.
Something.
All right, 163. Oh yeah, +4. Cloth plate. I just read that part of the war crimes trial. I vaguely know about that. To be honest, I know very little before Dragonflight. I have to hop out, but this is fun. Yay! Thank you, Threads. Thanks for hanging out, coming in and chatting. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you, thank you. I had to look it up because it was like, why would Alexstrasza be at the trial? And then read about it, and I was like, oh no, yikes. Yes, I haven't. I need to do a lot of reading. So I need to do that. I have not gotten to that part. Lots and lots of reading I need to do. Okay, let's try with this. I cried. I'd completely forgotten about that. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Okay, I don't know why this quest isn't like working for me.
I need to get.
Like, it says I need to, you know, obviously the one that was like hostile worked for me, but I cannot find any other hostile ones at all. So we'll see.
Spell isn't ready yet.
Let's try again.
That's still recharging. That spell is.
Weird. I don't know why. Alexstrasza's bit is not really talked about in the book, at least up to the point I'm at. I had to Google the backstory there. Okay. Yeah, I want to read as much as I possibly can from it before I do any kind of... Oh, see, this one will work. This one will work. Hi, thanks for the follow. Welcome in.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready. I need to target something first.
This one will work because it's a hostile one. I just wish I could find more hostile ones. Maybe I need to expand my exploring.
I can't
Yeah, I have lots and lots of reading to do. But I'm sure once I like sit down and just really like focus my time, like I'm taking Sundays as like my days off from content. So I'll do a lot of reading. I'll try to do like lots of reading tomorrow, which I actually did get a couple more books today. I went to this cute little like flowers and books event in my town today, and it was really cute. And I got a couple books. I'll show you guys here in a second.
That's still recharging. I can't pass them. I'm out of range. It's still.
I'm not like the biggest fan of the audio. I'm not the man who narrates it. I'm like, nah. I don't know. I really like I really like female narrators. Christy Golden is my favorite one for any like WoW novels. When she narrates her novels, I feel like they're like really good. But I'm not the biggest fan of the audio for War Crimes.
I need to go.
Your blood is mine! Aranolada! Perfecto!
Hi, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Show you guys really quick my books I got today. Oh, and I got these really cute journals too. So I do a lot of writing like in journals. Like I like physical writing, especially when I have to plan or write something out or anything like that. It's like my favorite is like handwriting. I know that I'll do like typing and stuff here and there to like try to stay organized and everything, but oh, you just can't beat handwriting like things out, to me anyway. Like I feel like that's the most freeing for me to get my ideas down is when I can like handwrite them. So I got this like this journal was like made like, so she made the girls booth, she like makes these journals and they're like really cool. Like my first thing I wrote in it were my 5 facts about the Titans, and so all these pages are just like different. Like she just puts in random paper and you just have all these different like little pockets and like stuff like that, and like she put in like little designs. I don't know if you guys can totally see it, sorry. But it's really really cute on like what it is, and I'm obsessed with it. I have been really wanting to be more like recycling and reusing things that, you know, normally you might just like kind of toss, but instead like repurposing them. So that was a really cool buy. And then I bought another journal, just like a plain black journal as well. And then I got 2 books, and one of the journals came with like a few other like little things. And then I bought like a ton of flowers. I'll have to post in the Discord a picture of the flowers I bought. They're so pretty. This guy is quick. Chronicle book. I don't know where to put you. You're so big. Large and in charge. Okay. This is the black journal I got. It's really cute. And this like cool little bookmark kind of thing in it. Sorry, hold on. Run up here. Okay, they paused. It's like this kind of neat like little, I don't know, I consider it like a little bookmark. I thought that was really cute. Little cutie. Looks like a little, you know, dagger. And then the two books I got are, I got Swift and Saddled because I read Done and Dusted. If you guys have not read Done and Dusted, I highly suggest. It's a really good like romance, like spicy western-y cowboy book. And then I got the second one, which I'm really excited about. And then the other book I got is Just for This Summer, which I had seen good reviews on this and people really liking it. So I'm like really excited for this read as well. So those are my books I got. And I'm really excited for them.
Still recharging.
The Just for Summer I got, I had seen one of the first times I watched somebody do like an all day reading vlog. She had read that and I was like, she was like, oh, it's really good. She like read it pretty quick and she really liked it. And I was like, wow, well, if you can read it in a full day, then it must be good. So, oh, Felony. Hi, sweet friend. Thanks for the lurk. Can we get a shout out for Felony? Because we love her and we want to give her a shout out anytime we get a chance.
That's still
We had so many like amazing people visit us today. I'm so blessed. I loved getting to visit with you guys. Thank you so much for giving her a shout out. Yeah, just so many wonderful streamers and content creators that have like stopped by to say hi.
And paint my face with your blood!
I know you're lurking, Fel, but I hope you are doing well. I hope everything is going good.
it's too far.
We need to chat soon.
My life for the death god!
Ingvar, your pathetic failure will serve as a warning to all. You are damned. Arise and
I always like feel like when I do this dungeon, like you hide behind the pillars is what I always like thought.
I return!
I don't know why that like stuck in my brain since I did this like way back in the day. Yay! Why not? I'll run another one. This guy was pretty fast. I don't know if they're gonna try to do it again. But yeah, I'm excited to read these. If I ever have the time, I need to read War Crimes. I need to read these 2 new books I just bought. So many things. So many things. How far into War Crimes am I? I'm not the farthest. I'm literally on... Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Do you really want to know? Do you guys really want to know how far I am? Can I teleport out of the dungeon while in combat? Oh, what? Oh, there we go. It's been a bit of a struggle to keep up. You know, yeah, for me, it's like just... The weekly meetings were great because they kept me, how do I want to say it? Accountable, because I had to have them done, because then, you know, Saturday rolled around and if I didn't have the reading done, then that wouldn't be like good. That'd be a no-no, because I was, you know, like making the questions and leading the conversations and blah, blah, blah. So when we went to like the one,
That's still recharging.
I'm like I don't know if you call like a chaotic organized person. I can be very organized, but then there's times where I can like literally not be, and I will put things off till the very last minute, and then I'll be like crying and freaking out because I waited till the last minute and I'm like super stressed. And like, yeah, I'm just, you know what I mean? I have a hard time keeping like myself accountable for things unless it's like I'm like a fire under my butt kind of person. Like I have to have fire under my ass to like get me to do something sometimes. And then I do it. I'm like crying and panicking, and then I get it done, and then I always tell myself, wouldn't that have just been easier if you would have just like, you know, done it a little by little, like when you should have been. And I say that to myself every single time. And then the next time it's like, all right, you have an entire month to read a book. It's like, okay. And then what do I do? So anyway, that's just me. It's accountability thing for me. Yeah. So. Same. I'm literally on chapter 3. It's really bad. And I was looking at my schedule and I was like, Mahhkie, the book club meeting is like really soon. So, yeah. But it is good so far. Like from what I've read, I've really enjoyed it. I just need to buckle down and commit to reading. They're short chapters for the most part, thankfully. Yeah, and I feel like that's usually how they've been. Like any Warcraft book we've read, the chapters are relatively short and they're like easy to get through. I know I will. I'm a pretty quick reader. Like I know I'm gonna get through it. It's just like I need to be like, okay, I'm focusing on reading tonight. But a lot of times I'll be like, I should read tonight, and then I don't, and I play video games instead. And I could listen to it while I play video games, but the video games I've been playing lately are like story based, and I can't be listening to a World of Warcraft story while I'm playing like a completely different game, because that just like ruins the vibes, you know, of that game. So, you know, happy. Yeah, that's me too. I'm trying to read 2 chapters a night, but sometimes I just forget or I'm too tired or something. See, and that's such a good plan, and that's literally what my plan was to oh, don't I have a spell where I could get myself out? I'm like chatting and not paying attention at all. Oh, there we go. That was my plan too originally. It was like, okay, just read like 2 chapters a night, like, you know, before you go to bed. But then, yeah, like I'll stay up really late, or I'll do, you know, or I'll be, well, then I got sick. Like my little one got sick, and then I got sick. Like whatever I got was like not fun. Isn't that what this boss does? Don't they just respawn constantly until we defeat him? like trying to turn off. Oh, I think it's this air speech. Might be wrong, but something like that. I was trying to turn off where she kept saying like, I don't have a target, or I'm too far away, or blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like a button pusher, and I'll just sit there and like click, 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 click. You know what I mean? If I'm not, even when I'm not where I need to be. And to be fair, I cannot imagine being a mom on top of keeping up with extracurriculars. So I think you've got enough on your plate already. Yeah. Yeah. I guess what's hard for me is that I put too much on my own plate. I try to like do it all, but it's just not like always possible. New Barack. I try to like, I mean, obviously not try, like I am a mom, but I try to like make content and do this and do that, and I try to like, you know, book club and read and, you know, and yeah, I try to do probably too much. I loved doing my lesson today. It was really fun, and I love teaching you guys and having discussions, but it took me a really long time to make that PowerPoint, and then like to even find like a time to record it or do it, you know, and then yeah, but I'm being better about like taking things slow. I don't have to have something out right away. Like I don't have to post every day. I don't have to like, once I record something, like immediately edit it and like have it like up and the next day, you know what I mean? Like up and ready to go right away. So like I'll edit that video. Like I'll take what I recorded or what I did and then I'll edit it, but it's probably gonna take a while. Or like, you know, might even have to re-record it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think a lot of us are happy to help you out with any planning or writing reading questions or finding meeting locations or anything like that if it would ease the workload on you too. Oh, thanks, Kinnicky. You know, I think it might be nice to like and I know, and I definitely need to be reaching out to you guys more and being like, hey, like help with this and this. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that our community does so well on is lore discussions and hanging out together and talking about lore. So we probably need to just plan even like once a month, just kind of getting together and doing like a lore discussion. I know for book club, our meeting is going to be ran like a more traditional book club. I'm going to see how it goes. But when I mean more traditional, I mean like we're going to meet up and we're going to like have an open discussion about like what we thought about the book. Like I don't think I'll have any questions or anything right now. I think it's just going to be like, hey, we're here. We're at somebody's, you know, like, I mean, we're meeting at the Argentina, but it's open for discussion. You guys like talk, you know what I mean? Like, what do you guys want to talk about? But if that doesn't like, if that's not like the best way, like if we prefer like me to write questions and stuff, like after we do it this one time, I can do it for like the next one.
Is my service complete?
If I get more into wanting to level this character and play Mop, I'll just... This will be a perfect one to listen to the audiobook while I do this. I'm curious of how early or like what their release date's gonna be for The Last Titan. I do feel like Midnight's gone by quick, but I think they took longer releasing Midnight than they had planned. So I'm just really curious as to when they will release it. I wonder if at BlizzCon they'll announce it. Which that's also coming up quick. So excited. I can't wait for BlizzCon. No! Oh, that's right. We can't be yeeted out of this. We still got season content for Midnight. This is just the first season that's ended, I think, right? Yeah. Let's look really quick. Late 2027 or early 2028, maybe?
I will feast on your is music to my ears.
When is season 1 gonna end?
Is music to my ears.
I felt like we went through the story really fast. We're predicted to get a 0.7 patch in June and maybe 12.1 aka season 2 at the end of August. Oh wow.
Am the watcher still? I hunger. Still, I thirst.
Yeah, more storyline would be nice. But I should try to finish up, like, I need to finish up all the other, like, little quest lines. I need to do that. I need to get my big achievement done, my meta achievement, so I can get my adorable, beautiful hummingbird mount that I want so bad. So many things. Cannot take any more activities. I feel like they've overwhelmed us with all these different systems and outdoor activities. I can't even keep track anymore. Yeah, a lot of people have felt that way. A lot of people were not happy with having like almost too much to do. Yes, just the pull idol and finish Macon and Amani out of you. Oh, that's so awesome. Kiki. Yeah, I need to like relook at my list, and then I have not done any of the whatever those, the, can't even think of the name of them. It's one of the ones in Zulamon. Not the offerings, but the, whatever they are. The like table thingies, altars. I think it's altars? Is that what it is? I need to figure out that bear treasure. Maybe I could do it on an alt. Maybe it'll show up for an alt character. And then I hope they fix that one where it's like you can go back and redo one of the stories if you missed the grabbing some of the readings while you were doing one of the artifacts.
Sacrilege to go unpunished.
In theory, it's great to have a lot of stuff to try out, but I think it would have been better if they spread it all out. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Have it more spread out. Thankfully, I think the events like Decor Duel and Abyss Anglers don't have an end date. I hope not. I hope they stay in. I have not really done much Decor Duels. I should probably... Have they, like, fixed it a little bit? Like, made it... I've really not done much Decor Duels. And I really did like the Angler one. I need to go do more of that, too. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that comes... That means they will be able to do that. We'll be able to do them forever. Yeah, I hope so. I have not even figured out what the Void Forge is, though. Oh my gosh, I have not done my Void Forge either. Oh, yeah, so many things. So many things. Vicious, thanks for the daily coffee. Hope you're doing well. Void Forge is mostly for endgame people. Honestly, not saying if you don't do rating or Mythic Plus, you don't get use out of it, but I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, that's good to know. Sorry I'm late. Oh no, you're Vicious. You're fine. No worries. Thanks for even just stopping in and saying hi. I'll be wrapping up after I'm done with this dungeon. I'll be wrapping up anyway. I've hit my 2-hour mark and whatnot. Did you say you were playing Mists of Pandaria? I am. Yeah, I'm doing some Mists of Pandaria because I just felt like that sounded really nice. Perfect. That was perfect. That was great. I gained 2 levels while playing. So it was awesome. All right, my sweet friends, I am going to actually wrap up my stream. But I'm so happy that we got to hang out. I'm so glad that you guys all stayed with me, chatted with me, hung out, and enjoyed that lore lesson. that makes my heart really happy that you guys really liked it. And thank you guys so much. Yay, your Lore Keepers merch shipped. Vicious, I'm so excited to see pictures. I can't wait. Hugs, was nice hanging out with you. Yes, you too, Grace. Thank you so much. I'm so bad about remembering this. LOL. Thank you for a lovely stream. Yes, thank you, Botanical. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you for putting that together, Mahhkie. It was awesome. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much, Kinnicky. You too. I'm gonna work on another one. It'd probably take me a bit, but I would love to do that again with you guys, especially if you enjoyed it and felt like you learned some stuff. It's always worth it when that happens. So if you guys are currently watching and you are like wanting to possibly check out the Discord, join the community, please make sure to check our Discord out. We are a Discord that loves lore, World of Warcraft, hanging out, creating friendships, all that fun stuff. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you for all of the subs. Thank you for all of the biddies. You guys are amazing. It really is so kind and sweet of you to do all that for me. So we are going to raid somebody because, you know, let's see who's on. Nicole, thanks for sharing that Discord link as well. So let's see who is on. Felony is on. Let's raid Felony. Yeah, let's raid Felony because we love her. And she's with Gifo right now. I think they're doing the homie hoppers. As well. So let's do that. We're gonna raid Felony. We love her. She's so sweet. Gifo just came on to do homie hoppers. Yay! Okay, perfect. Yeah, Felony and Gifo are together right now. Since I raided Gifo in the last one for the homie hoppers, I'll raid Felony tonight. But again, yeah, thank you guys again so much. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Have a great rest of your Saturday. My next stream will be, I wanted to do one on Monday. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it on Monday. But for sure my next stream will be Wednesday. But I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Tomorrow, I think I'm going to. I know, Alliance. How are you? Oh, Alliance, happy birthday! By the way, guys, it's Alliance's birthday. Let's say happy birthday. Oh, Mahhkie.